I thought I'd do a a simple, not a simple landscape, but I want to do just a mountain and some water and a tree. Just if you're a beginner, so you could do something for the first time that's simple and have something look good. I'm trying to encourage you to go buy some brushes and some paint and start painting if you've never done it before. Uh, this is acrylic paint. I'm not putting an underpaint on here. Uh, I'll explain that as I go, but here's what I'm thinking. This is a 16 by 20, 16 inches by 20, okay? And I'm going to kind of like, well, split it in half, okay? And what I'm going to do is put some uh, small mountains over here, okay? And I'm going to have them uh, kind of coming forward from here, and it'll look like they're going off into the distance over here, okay? So I'm going to put another mountain peak here, and then just kind of keep putting mountain peaks in, real simple mountain peaks, okay? And then we'll have one, a big one, kind of disappearing over here on the side, okay? Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just sketch that in real quick. There's nothing wrong with sketching in your mountains first if you want that. And then what we're going to do is wiggle some ground underneath it. Try and keep it, you know, the line straight with the canvas when you're coming along here, okay? So there we got 1, 2, 3, 4 mountains. We're going to have a cool sky. I'm going to show you some easy clouds, a blue sky, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to do down here at the end so you get the surprise, okay? All you need, I'm going to call the colors as I see them, okay? So brown, dark green, lighter green, blue, white, black, gray. I'm not going to tell you that what, because they call that burnt umber. I'm going to call it brown, okay? Just if you're a beginner. And this is full of water to wet your brush. And I'm using an acrylic brush. You can get, I'm going to use this same brush just to get, what I'm going to do is put all my colors in first. And then we'll get going on the painting. Since there's no underpaint, like you can put an undertone on here if you want before you get going, and then it helps the white not to reflect so much underneath the canvas, but you don't always have to have an undertone. So let's get started. I'm going to get my brush wet in the water, just dip it in the water, and then we'll grab some paint. Keep a rag in your hand. I'm going to start with the sky and make it blue, okay? This is, I'm calling it blue, but it's actually, there's so many different blues. This was ultramarine blue, okay? If you start painting and you've never painted before and you go to buy your acrylic paint, you're going to have to choose from a lot of different blues, okay? Cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, cerulean blue. You got to choose, you can buy them all and experiment with which one you like, but usually ultramarine blue is good for a sky. It's really bright. But I put some white and gray in it to kind of dull it down a bit. So put about some blue up on top like that. Now I'm going to grab my brush and get some titanium white. and start lightening up uh, the bottom as I come down, okay? Wet your brush a little. Grab some titanium white and kind of grab some of that blue up there while it's wet. And let's bring it down now. And let's just fill your sky up with this color down to the mountains, okay? Real easy. Let me make sure it's staying in focus. Very good. It's staying in focus. So hopefully my mic is working. So this is going to be a simple one. This is going to be for like if you're first time ever painting with a landscape, okay? And I'm going to go pretty fast. This is titanium white. I'm still bringing the white down because I want it lighter around the mountain peaks. And I'm going over the peaks because I'm going to put gray on there. So you don't have to do it perfect. Like, you don't have to come up here and get really close to your lines. Just put the paint down like this. Get your sky in. Wipe your brush off. And now I'm going to blend some of the sky. Wipe your brush and kind of get the lines out of there. Almost looks like a blue sky with some clouds already. You see that? Let me see if it's showing up like that. Yeah, it almost looks like clouds. See how easy that is? All right, there's the sky. These mountains, I'm going to put them in right now with gray. I'm going to call it just light gray. I can tell you what it is on the gray scale, but if you're a beginner, because there's different shades of gray from white to black. So this is like a value 6, 5 or 6 in between. It's almost like mixed black and white together, evenly, and then you'll get this gray color here that I'm using. Now just get some gray on your brush. Wet your brush, and once you get your gray mixed up, go ahead and put your peaks in here. Now where these two mountains come together, like right here, wipe your brush off and grab some white and put some white at the bottom of the mountain in front. Just like that. Just a little white at the bottom so you can tell that there's another mountain in front of it here. See this darker one? Just a little white. And let's put this dark one in the front here. So far, pretty easy, huh? But I'm going to show you how to make those mountains look cool. Doesn't it look like it's going off to the distance? This mountain way in back, I saved it for the last. You want to make this a little lighter, a light gray, okay? I'm not going to put anything on this one way in the back because it'll look like it's off in the distance by itself. Okay. Just make that one a lighter gray if you can. Alright, I'm going to let that dry a little bit, and then I'm going to put some snow up there. So down here below the mountains, I'm going to put some color now. Like this could be a beach or something. I'm going to use brown, okay? Brown. Get some brown and put a little bit of white in it. And you're going to get like a light brown, okay? And put it underneath all the mountains. Let's start down here. Don't worry about being perfect right now. Just get the color in. This is a light brown. And let's put it underneath all the mountains. Back here, just kind of brushing some color underneath here. Just like that. Now let's put this in. This is going to be water down here, okay? So we're going to use the same blue in the sky. I got to mix a little more up. I'm using the blue and mixing a little white in it. And the more you wet your brush, the easier the paint comes off your brush, okay? So down here, let's just turn all this, what's left, into a blue, okay? And kind of make a shoreline here if you can. You don't have to just yet because I'm going to run some waves up on there, I think. For you, really easy waves. Nothing hard. This is ultramarine blue with white in it. Because if you grab the ultramarine blue right out of the tube, look at that. That's how dark it is. You don't want that that blue up in your sky, so you mix it down a little bit to get the color blue you want. And you use a little water to help it flow. This is almost like the underpaint I'm putting on right now. This isn't the finished product, okay? We're just putting the colors down that we want for the landscape. And look at that, we're already done. We got what we want in there. It took 14 minutes for that. Okay, real simple. Now I'm going to show you an easy way to put the snow on the mountains. But first, I want to lighten up this water back to about here. Okay, I want this to look further back. And I'm going to take some white right at the back of this blue, just put it in the water way in the back, okay? Just blend it in there. You can almost make it white if you wanted to, but it's going to help make that look further away. And you can also do it under this mountain here. Put a little white under the mountain. Make sure you blend it into the color though, okay? It should turn almost the brownish color that's there. Just keep rubbing it till it changes color, just like that. That's all you got to do. All right, let's do the snow on the mountains, and then I'm going to do the clouds, and then we're almost done. Now you're going to have to use a knife. Don't get scared about the knife. With acrylic paint, the knife is really simple. Okay, I'm going to show you. Here's a clean blade, and just pull your color down and get it flat like that, and then you're just going to grab a little bit on your knife, like a little roll. Okay, let's start on the right peak, right side of the peak here, and now just pull it down a little, really soft, and kind of pull it to the right. And there's a lot of peaks up here, so do it on every peak. Just put a little snow on each peak, and then pull it to the right, because the mountain's going to flatten out down here. Let's do this big peak here. Pull it down. And if you cover it all up with white, that's okay. It'll still look good. Now down here, just since the mountain's leveling out, just take your blade and let's run some, whatever's on your blade lightly, whatever comes off, just some color coming down like that. Very simple. Now this mountain's really close to us, so I'm just going to run some white down the edge of it here, like this, okay? And then I'm going to add a little more right here at the bottom. That one I'm going to leave. So now we need color on the left side of the mountain. Mix some of your blue. Take a little bit of your blue and white and just mix it together, okay? And you'll get a, it's almost going to be the color of the sky. And do it the same way. Get a little roll on there. Now everywhere you put white, come up next to your white and pull some of this blue to the left, okay? You don't have to cover all of it because you got the gray underneath, okay? The gray underneath is the main color of your mountain, but this blue is going to add some character to it, okay? So right next to your white, just pull a little bit of this blue. And you could do a little bit or a lot. Like watch, I'll do a lot on this one. Cover that whole side. See that? You could do a little or a lot. Because if you don't cover it, guess what? You already got gray underneath there. That's part of the mountain. So I'm going to do it here. Just pull it to the left with your knife. all all the way down. Even where the white is flattening out, you can put a little bit of this blue color, okay? You can put a little bit in here, inside. It'll help create some shadows, okay? Just like that. But see how this looks close to us now, and these are getting further off in the back? Real simple. You can do this if you're a beginner, okay? I'm going to show you an easy way to do the clouds now. I'm going to do them in white, and all we're going to do is put white around our mountaintops, okay? So let's start on this far mountain here. Be careful not to hit your mountain now, okay? Now you got to be a little careful. But right at the top of your mountains, pull some white up, just like this. Just pull it up. Get pretty close to the top of your mountain. Just pull it up. Get close to your mountaintop and pull up some color. Over here you're going to get bigger because the mountain's getting closer, okay? Just fill it in with white. Now take your brush and wipe it off and come in here and lightly blend the lower portion of the cloud, okay? Just blend it a little bit. Now start coming up with your brush and blend the whole cloud very lightly at the top. And there we go. Look at that. That looks pretty wicked. Now with your filbert brush, you can get a little more white on it now. What we're going to do, just get a little white on your brush, and you can turn these tops, you can round them off now, okay? If you want to make them look like round top clouds, just press it in there with your filbert brush, because your filbert brush is round, see? It'll make it look like a round, I forget what they call them, those clouds. Just like that. Just get a little roundness to the top of your cloud, and then come in here and lightly blend it when you're done. Acrylic paint dries fast. This already dried. If someone wanted to buy this, I could sell it to them today if they wanted it, you know. But there you go, 25 minutes. This is pretty simple. I think you can do it. I think you can do it. I'm going to let those dry a little bit, and then I'll probably put some, show you how to do an easy shadow on the side of these clouds so they look like they have dimension, okay? So down here on the water now, we got to put some waves crashing into the shore, right? So I'm gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna keep using the filbert brush, okay? And I'm gonna do it in a simple way. with the titanium white. So it'll still look good. Let's start here in the back with your filbert brush with some white on it. Very carefully, let's put some white right at the back of the water there, okay? Start by doing that. And now what you're going to do is keep following the shore down. But you have to keep your brush straight like this. Up on the shore and just keep. It takes some time, but you gotta, if you want it to look right, you gotta pull the white straight out, okay? Get some more paint on your brush. Keep your brush straight from the shore. You can even go up on the shore a little bit. But when you pull your white back, make sure you're pulling it back straight because the water is flat here, right? And you can pull a lot of white back or a little. I'm just doing a little because there you go. It's going to end up looking like water foam. You know when you're out there on the ocean, the wave comes in, then it comes back out on the ground. So down here, same thing. Just keep your brush straight from the shore and pull the white horizontal. There you go. That's the word I was looking for. Horizontal. So this is closer to us. We can make this a little bigger here. Just like that. And there you go. There's how you do your water crashing into on the shore there. And it's good to take your brush again now, wipe it with a rag, and at the very top, just get a little blend on the very top, very lightly. Just blend it. Just like that. Okay, good. That looks pretty cool. I'm not going to do it in the video, but you can put another row of white down here, like another wave coming in, the next wave getting ready to come in to crash. And if you want to take your time to you know, get your clouds a little closer to your mountains, you can. Just, I kind of rushed it, but you can get these clouds closer to your mountains so there's no gap in there like I have. But there you go. That's an easy scene for you. It took 30 minutes. So there's a good scene for a beginner right there. Now, if you want to make this a little more dramatic, we could put some land here. Some brown. So that part of the painting is done. That's for a beginner right there, okay? Now I want to turn this into a river now. So I'm going to take some brown here and put some land in here. I'm going to have to use a little green, I guess. put some green down here. This is optional here now. You don't have to do this part, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some bushes here and run an evergreen tree over here with the fan brush. So here's a fan brush if you're new to painting. It's a good way to make those evergreen trees. The way I do my trees, I'm waiting for this to dry a little bit, but what I'll do is I'll put some bushes down here like this. Usually I'll do that first on a few bushes, and then I'll run some trees off of there with the fan brush. So with my dark green, I usually put a little black in it to make the trees a little darker. But you could go back and watch some of my other paintings and it explains it more, because this was just supposed to be for a beginner. But now I'm adding more stuff in here now that is not for a beginner. But the way I do these trees, I think a beginner can do them. They're not that hard. It just takes practice and a light touch. You don't want to overdo your trees. Doesn't that look cool now? Adding some trees to the scene. Maybe this is like a cliff. This is like hanging over a cliff there. It almost looks like, huh? Yeah, it almost looks like that. I kind of like that. Almost looks like a cliff, yeah. Let me put some more bushes down here. I think I'm going to put a few more trees down here to finish it off. I've got someone that's calling me at 2 o'clock, so I got to end this pretty soon here. You got to also find the right fan brush that works for you to make these trees. You'll get used to one that you like, and make sure you take care of it. Clean it when you're done painting. This one's not working too good, but it still looks good. That's what I like about making trees. You don't have to make them perfect. All right, there we go. So I turned that simple scene kind of making it look. I'm gonna put a bush right here, a big bush, because this doesn't look right here. There we go. So it looks like hills going up that way. Doesn't that look cool? All right, guys, I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to do it because I got a phone call that's coming in. And I'll finish this up. I'll finish this up and put it on my community post. Let me see if I can get my chat room to open up here. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Hola. Thanks, guys. Natasha, you're very talented. I appreciate it. I can't keep the chat on. I don't understand. Oh, there we go. Yeah. Cool. Glad you like this one. I just wanted to do something simple so a beginner could, they don't get scared off, you know. It's not really hard to do this, you know. I know it looks, when you look at it and go, wow, that looks too complicated, but it's really not. It's just a bunch of gray color here, and then a white and blue and some clouds. I still got to fix the blue up here, get all those lines out of there. You just hit it again with some more blue. I'm going to do a little more work on it, but thanks for watching, guys. And I'll put the finished product on the community post. See ya.